just proud of our guys for, really just like I keep talking to them about, like keeping the faith. And well, we haven't gotten the result that we wanted to, um, but they've never wavered from what's been needed to give ourselves a chance to win. And even though this one was back and forth and choppy, and we weren't at our best offensively, and I think they scored a bunch defensively, like early on. We just kind of buckled down and made plays when we needed to. And I thought the kind of hustle plays that Roper and Keba made were really huge for us.
How do you not take for granted what Tay's been able to do for you? Like, just another night at 26.
He's a hard matchup. And, we do a bunch of stuff offensively, but, there's a lot of stuff you got to prepare for when you come to play us, right? You got to, figure out what you're going to do with Marcus and ball screens. You got to talk about the drives. You got to, get Braden off the line and not let him get to threes. And at the same time, you got to work on ball screen defense with Tay because he can set them or he can use them. And thought Mush and Braden do such an unbelievable job of setting screens, right? Like Braden doesn't have a field goal in this game, but they guard him like they should be. They're on top of him, they're holding him, they're grabbing him, they're not letting him loose. And now he's setting screens for Tay, and now they can't. Do I switch it? Do I not? Do I go under? Those guys are setting unbelievable screens, and then Tay's just getting comfortable, making the right play, reading the defense, and he kind of closed down the game for us when we needed it.
When you start a game like that, you're not necessarily playing your best. How do you kind of regroup and, like you said, buckle down and find that energy to pull away at the end?
I thought there were little things that we needed to adjust to defensively that I thought we did better in the second half with our ball screen coverage and our depth and everything else. Because early on they were just holding it for a really long time or getting deep into the paint, and our guys had to help for too long. And now Hands getting those threes. I think as we adjusted, it made them get the ball out of their hands quicker. Now when they're getting the ball out of their hands quicker, I thought Mush guarding the ball. I thought Marcus guarding the ball. I thought Roper guarding the ball got a bunch of deflections, right, because they were playing with active hands. So we were able to flip some things defensively and kind of stay with it until we got into a rhythm. And then on offense early on, we weren't ready for the physicality of the game. We weren't ready to drive through contact, right? And, so we turned it over 9 times in the first half, right? We always talk about we want to be 10 turnovers or less. And we've been right at that number a lot this year, especially late in this year. And to only have 1 turnover in the second half, we're just getting more possessions. We have more possessions than they got. We didn't turn it over, they turned it over. We got on the offensive glass, we didn't let them get on the offensive glass. That's how you win games. Shoot the same percentage, but you win games because you get more possessions than the next guy.
How important was it tonight just to get back in the win column after the week plus that you guys had?
It was great, right? For us, you're doing good things, but at the end of the day, you want to get the result. So it helps you maintain that confidence. I don't think these guys ever lost confidence, but it'll start to waver a little bit, right? If you keep doing the same thing and you're just coming up short, now doubt starts to creep in a little bit. And I thought our guys kept believing that something good was coming and something good was going to happen to them if they just kept staying with it. They just keep doing the same things, and it's a credit to them. And I thought Tay was unbelievable on offense. I thought Keba was really good on both ends of the court. I thought Marcus battled back and scored some points late, but Mush wasn't going to let us lose. He wasn't going to let us lose in this game.
Mike, what's the key to sustaining this performance?
Just keep doing what we're doing, right? You don't have to mess with success. If something's working, you stick with it. And I think our effort on both ends of the court was great. And I challenged our guys yesterday, right? And we had a short turnaround and short prep for this game, but I challenged, specifically Marcus, Braden, Tay, Keba. I challenged them that they needed to play harder defensively, right? Like, what's the difference between last year's group defensively and this year's group when you got a lot of the same people out there? I challenged them to play harder defensively, and I thought they did it.
This isn't the first time Roper's come in and been a spark for you guys in a second half. Like, is there something you tell him when you send him in these situations, like, kind of provide that?
I think he was just locked into what was needed, and for us it was a matchup situation with Elijah Strong playing the 4 who can post our guards. So we went with Roper, and now Tay's a little bit bigger and he's not going to post him, and now Roper can guard Hand, and we're better defensively that way with 2 of our better defenders on the court. So, but he was like, he wants the challenge. He wants it. He's over there itching. Like I'm like, hey man, you go in. You got Hand. He's like, yeah, thank you. Like I want that challenge, right? And that's just a guy that's been old and been through it, but he wants to win so bad, and he's kind of done whatever's been asked of him.
Tay, what's allowed you to make the biggest jump in your game to play with the confidence and consistency that you've had this year?
I think just working, really watching film, and continue to work, and then just continuing to have the confidence that my teammates and coaches give me throughout the game.
When you see a mismatch, is it just something like, I'm just going to go attack and attack the basket, either get a dunk or get to the free throw line?
Just reading the game. I think like the coaches just like through film showing us a lot of different things and how to read the game and different things of that nature. So just trying to read the game the correct way.
When you see everything, the lane open up the way it did in the first half, and you have that dunk, like, are you like, okay, I'm just gonna windmill this thing?
Yeah, he does that a lot of practice.
He does, doesn't he?
Same way.
Does he?
Yeah.
So like everybody was out of their seats. There was an NBA scout next to me, and he goes, he looked down at the stat sheet, and he's like, well, I gotta watch that guy more often. He said, like, it brought him out of his seat. Like, how do you know what you're gonna do when you're on the court like that?
I think I really don't think actually. Like, I think that not thinking is the best way to play.
Julian, this isn't the first time you've come off the bench in the second half and given the guys a spark. Like, what was Coach Shrewsberry's message when he sent you in on a night where the energy wasn't great the whole night until you came in?
Just be Roper. I'm tired of losing. He a dog. That's it. Like, just tired of losing.
How important was it to get a win tonight after kind of the week plus you guys had?
Yeah, it was good just to get back in the win column. Build our confidence. As long as this guy keep pulling us along, so I think we can get back on track. Just more guys playing like how we did tonight. Everybody, I think, besides just me, I think everybody was a big factor. Like, not even offensively, but just all around. Like, everyone's hustling. If you look at Keba, 1 rebound short of a double again. Just I think we're just tired of losing. So I think we're just trying to do anything to win at this point.
Julian, you guys forced 18 turnovers tonight. Was that the game plan defensively to be more aggressive?
I think it just goes with just being tired of losing. We went into this game. We had 1 day prep, and coach just talked about how we need to be there for each other more on defense, help our guys out a lot more. So that's what we kind of focused on tonight, and it turned out to work. So,
Julian, you said you've seen Tay do that in practice. Like, what's most surprising about what he's been able to do this year? Like, you look at the stat sheet, he gets 26 again, or he's got 27, or he's got 25. Like, where has he elevated his game? Where, like, he's pretty good.
I mean, I think we all knew this last year when he came. It's just a matter of time. He's in the gym every day. It's just what he work on. So it's not really surprising to me. I see better than that in practice. So I don't even not to even. I think the team is elevating as a whole, as a unit. I think we all elevate and getting better as a unit.
How have they helped you, like, know they need you every night? Like, do they give you that confidence every night where, whether it's scoring or rebounding or defending, doing everything, like, hey, we need you again tonight, let's bring it?
Definitely teammates and coaches. But I think we need everybody every night. And I think that's what we come together at, and that's when we play our best. Everybody is giving their all and giving their best effort on the floor.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.